Today we're going to talk about marrying a Filipina and how she'll change. Will she change so much that you won't even recognize the woman that you fell in love with and married? Well, I'll address that very question right here in this video, so be sure to stick around. Now, it's inevitable that a Filipina is going to change as time goes by, as we all will. Not one of us is the same person we were 10, 20, 30 years ago. Well, there's two sides to this story. The first side is for those guys who marry a Filipina and live with her in the Philippines. And the second side of the story is for those guys who marry a Filipina and bring her to live in their country. Now, many guys over the years claim that if you bring a Filipina to your country, she's going to change so much that you won't even recognize the woman she is. And some will tell you that when she gets there, she'll race off and marry the first guy she can find that's closer to her age. Now, sure, sometimes these things happen, but why do they happen? What can we do as experienced men in life to prevent this from happening, or at least give ourselves the best chance of this not happening? Well, it's not really rocket science. If we're going to bring a woman to our country, we want to make sure she's mature enough to handle a relationship in a foreign country and that she's secure within herself, that she knows what she wants out of life and for the person she wants to be and who she wants to be with when in that foreign country. It's also not rocket science that the younger a Filipina is, or any person for that matter, the more growing they've got to do and the more they've got to learn about themselves and what they want in life. So, of course, if we're going to go and get a 19, 20, 22, 23-year-old Filipina, and we're going to drag her out of her country and put her into your country, then what she wants now may be totally different to what she wants in 5, 10, or 15 years' time. And that's simply because at that age, she doesn't know herself. She's still learning and exploring what she wants in life and who she wants to be with in life. She may fall for the whole fairy tale story of a foreign man coming in and sweeping her off her feet, taking her to a better life in a new country. And that's all she'll see initially, and that's very exciting. But once she's there every day in his life, that can wear off. So this is why it's really important, if your plan is to bring the Filipina to your country, you find one that's very set in life, that she's unlikely to change so much that she'll be looking for another partner or she'll get sick of you. And like any relationship, the foundations at the start are so important in creating longevity in a relationship. So again, as I've stressed in many other videos, you have to get to know this woman. The younger she is, the longer you need to get to know her and allow her to become more comfortable within herself and what she wants in life, especially when she's around you. I would not be escalating the relationship to marriage with a young Filipina. I'd want to play it out over several years so she can be comfortable with you and you can be comfortable with her, and you'll get to see the changes that go along the way. As I say, we all change. There is no exception. But the younger you are, the more likely you're going to change and want different things in the future. Now, is this the same for men who go and live in the Philippines with the Filipina? Well, I think there the change is going to be a bit less. It's not going to be as much because she's still in her environment. She's still got her family, friends. If she's working, she's got all that around her. So what they say is you're a product of your environment. So if she's comfortable in that environment, she won't be adapting to anything new. If she's in your country, everything is new. Everything. And she has to try and find her new way of being in your country. Now, for some guys, they really fear change. So what I say is, if you're going to enter into a relationship with a Filipina, just about of any age, there is going to be change simply by the fact that she's now dating a foreign guy from a different country who is totally different from any other man she's ever met. She's going to be experiencing much wider variety of things. You're going to be showing her more of the world, and that's going to help shape who she is. But A true Filipina will always hold the essence of who she is inside herself, and she won't change that. She'll know where she's come from and be proud of where she's come from, and she'll always hold that very dear to herself. But when you see a Filipina who is changing and growing and experiencing new things in life, it's actually a very exciting time. A more matured Filipina who's ready to go and take on the world, it's very exciting to watch how she changes and how she experiences new things in life and the confidence that she now gets from that. It's rather common for a Filipina to come to a new country and her confidence can be rather low for a while, simply because she's very unsure of her environment and surroundings. And at that time, she really needs you to lean on, to guide her, and to get her through that initial transition stage. So when I hear guys say, never bring a Filipina to your country, the only way the relationship will work out is if you go and live with her in her country. Then I totally disagree with that. I can understand what they're saying, but I totally disagree with that actual comment. It can and does work out for many in foreign countries. I'm an example of that. 10 years together, over 9 years married, and we're going stronger than ever. And I see many, many other relationships the same. So clearly, it does work out for some people, but they're the ones who are very careful with the relationship and have found the right Filipina who will fit into his country. And you don't want to be living in fear so much that you say, well, I'm going to live in the Philippines, even though I'd rather live in my country with her, but I'm a bit scared she'll find a younger guy and run off. Now, that's defeating the purpose. It's not showing trust and faith in yourself or the relationship. If the relationship is strong and you trust her, she's not going to race off on you. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Or if she's one who's maybe not so mature or set in life, then she will race off with a guy in the Philippines just as much as she would in your country. So that's defeating the purpose, in my opinion. If you've got to have a relationship and it's got to be in the Philippines with her or nowhere, then seriously, you've got to question that relationship in the first place. Now, I know there's many guys who want to live in the Philippines, who are expats over there, very happy, and they've got their lovely wives over there and they're doing well. So that's fantastic. And yes, that works well for them. But not everyone may be at the age of retirement and they've got to make these decisions whether to bring them to their country. What I say to you is don't be fearful that she will race off. Have trust in her and the relationship. So at the end of the day, you've got to do what's right for you and your Filipina, and of course the relationship. Weigh up where it's best for you guys to live, understanding that change happens no matter where you are. Yes, it will happen more so in your country because, as I say, she's experiencing new things and new ways of being in life. But don't be held to ransom by that fear. Embrace change. Embrace her learning new things and experiencing new things, and you'll be amazed by what you see. Because I can assure you, these changes are not bad and they're nothing to fear. They're actually something for you to be very proud of, which will help you to grow the relationship and give you more things in common to build that relationship as you go forward. So if you want any more information on marrying a Filipina, check out the card appearing on screen now. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.